I can't believe it. I haven't been more excited about a car being added to Forza since the Lexus LFA and Toyota Supra. Today's video is all about the new Zenvo TSR-S. The Zenvo is part of the festival playlist. In case you don't know how to get the car, here is what you must do. Drive a car, pretty much any car that you want, and take that car to the Horizon Festival and park in front of the Horizon stage. Go into photo mode, and now capture an image of your vehicle in front of the Horizon stage. You'll see two green check marks, meaning that you've gotten the Zenvo TSRS. All you have to do now is go into your garage and select the TSRS, and now, boom, you're driving the new Zenvo that's been added to Forza Horizon 4. Honestly, it took me barely 5 minutes to complete this challenge, which I think makes it the easiest festival playlist event to probably ever exist, and that made me very happy. Here's what you need to know. I have fully upgraded this beast, and I've switched the drivetrain from rear to all-wheel drive, just so I wouldn't be spinning through the gears. One of the first things that I want to point out in this video is the Forza Aero. Usually, I happen to think that the Forza options for Aero are quite terrible, and for that very reason, I never put Forza Aero on my vehicles. The Zenvo is unique in this case. There is no rear aero because of the wing. I'm assuming that's why. It's the only reason why, that there wouldn't be any rear aero because that wing just moves back and forth. Though we're missing that rear aero, I do have to say, the front aero option is probably the best out of any vehicle in the entire game. With the front aero option equipped on the TSRS, the car looks amazing. The front aero upgrade is subtle, but it's very tasteful. Here's what I mean. The front canards are sharp and aggressive, while the extended spoiler at the bottom makes the car look insane and low to the ground. Since we're still on this topic about upgrading and all sorts of things, let's continue and talk about the engine upgrades which I'm able to install on the Zenvo TSRS. At first, I was thrown off when I noticed that there were only a few upgrades available. I thought that Forza didn't want to make this car too OP because the wing and all the aero would have made the car insanely quick around any circuit. But I was happily mistaken. Though there were only 2 engine upgrades available, which are the engine block and the supercharger, I was able to upgrade this car to insane power figures. We're talking well over 1,000 horsepower. With these 2 upgrades, the Zenvo TSRS on the screen in front of you makes nearly 1,500 horsepower and over 1,000 pound-feet of torque. Insane. At this point in the video, you're probably getting bored and you only want to see one thing, and that's the Zenvo TSRS move its rear wing left to right. Well, here you go. Enjoy. Now I want to move on to the interior of the vehicle. Right away you'll notice just how freaking cool the Zenvo company has designed the interior of the TSRS. Just look how cool those door air vents are, look at the paddle shifters behind the wheel, and look at the insane gauge cluster. It's really giving me Ford GT vibes, like the 2017 and up Ford GT. Oh yeah, and in the gauge cluster, there's actually a boost gauge, which is pretty awesome. One more thing that's important, and I feel like I should mention, has to do with the wing, and that has to do with the handling as well. You'd assume, because of the massive wing, that the Zenvo TSRS would handle just as good as the McLaren Senna. Well, unfortunately, I'm not here to say that. Just watch this gameplay recording that I took when cruising around the Horizon Britain map, and you'll get a good understanding of what I'm talking about. The Zenvo TSRS, despite its rear wing, is not too good at handling, and that's really disappointing to me. To finish up this video, I want to go back and talk about the moving wing. The whole moving wing thing is kinda cool and all, but I want you to know that there are certain speeds where the wing stops moving side to side. The wing stops moving altogether once you've reached 175 miles per hour. Between 140 and 175, the wing moves, but it's very subtle. The sweet spot for the wing is right around 30 to 50 miles per hour. That's where the wing really moves back and forth, and the handling capabilities of the car let you see the full range of motion that the wing provides. That's it for this video. Have an amazing 4th of July weekend.